Hello, my fellow heemae. Today we are going to do some repotting. I need to mix up my soil. We're going to repot a couple of Peperomia and an uncommon plant that I got from Etsy. If you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. It helps me out a lot. So let's just get right into it. First, I have my soil. This is soil that my mom used in her outdoor garden. I'm just gonna use this and add a bunch of amendments. So since she used this for her other plants, I'm just going to pour a hydrogen peroxide treatment through it just to make sure there's no pests or anything like that. It's 1 part hydrogen peroxide and 1 part water. Okay, looks good. Now for the fun part, amendments. Orchid bark. The hydrogen peroxide is being very vocal right now. Sizzling away. I just finished a whole bag of orchid bark, so I'm opening a new one now. I'm adding a little bit of diatomaceous earth. This is good to make sure that bugs aren't in your soil, like the bad bugs. But unfortunately it kills good bugs too, that's what I heard. Just as a cautionary measure. Food grade, so safe for us pretty much. Just try not to inhale it. We have our worm castings. Since we took away all the nutrients that were left from the hydrogen peroxide treatment on this outdoor garden soil, this will help supplement that because it is a bit of a fertilizer. Worm poop. Something that's also a fertilizer is Epsom salts, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of this on there. Next up, mosquito bits to keep those fungus gnats away, of course. Pumice and perlite, and these are great for aerating the soil and keeping your plants from getting root rot. Nobody wants root rot. No sitting in soggy soil, please. Still want to put cocoa peat and a little bit of cocoa coir. So I had to put this in a bucket and wet it so that it would break apart and become like this because I got it as a block. Really great amendment. It retains a little bit of moisture but also provides aeration, which is great. And a little bit of cocoa coir. So first up, we have my Pilea Peperomioides. There is some mold on the top of the soil, which concerns me. Let me zoom you in a little closer so you can see what's going on. So as you might be able to see, there's some mold growing in there. I'm gonna put it in this terracotta pot. Let's get rid of the old soil. Give some TLC to our little plant friends. Man, the roots are so tiny, but it's wrapping around a little bit. I'm pretty much using the same size pot, just terracotta, which is what Peperomia thrive in. I'm just gonna remove the top layer of the soil. Some people, they tickle a lot of the soil and like try to get rid of it, but it's actually not good, especially for sensitive plants. So keep that in mind if you're trying to get rid of all the soil around the roots, because you can break a lot of the roots. It won't help their transition into a new pot or new soil. So it's better to keep the roots alone as much as possible, especially if you see that the roots are so skinny and sensitive like the Peperomia. Add a little soil in. I added a little bit of activated charcoal. Now I'm popping the plant in there, plop, and adding soil around it. I hope it likes the airy soil. Ta-da! This side's looking a little sparse, so I'm gonna try to rotate it so the plant moves with the sun. Okay, next up is this sad looking Peperomia ruby cascade. I lost so many leaves. I think it's a combination of root rot and me taking too many cuttings from it when it's so small already, and you know, maybe the soil mixture, maybe the container is too big for the size of the plant. I might be using a smaller terracotta pot. We'll see when we get down into the roots. Okay, so there's barely any roots. It doesn't go to the bottom. I see some roots, but I think I'm gonna use a smaller pot. A little bit of soil, then a tiny bit of charcoal, tiny bit more soil, place it in there, like so. Looks much happier in here. There, much better. Next we have our Peperomia rainbow Ginny. It feels a little bit compacted and heavy. I think I did add soil to the top of this because it was looking a little sparse in the soil department. I just wanted to upgrade its soil a little bit and make it more happy. Okay, so the roots are on the bottom. They're not looking super great. They're like tannish in color. I can't really tell with Peperomia. They have such skinny roots. Okay, looking good. Last thing we're gonna actually pot up is this marble queen pothos. Ooh, look at those roots. I love roots on pothos. They look so thick and beautiful. Okay, it's basically all potted up. So pretty. I love the irrigation on this. This is what sold me on this plant, really. Look at that. It's like half green, half marbled, and then some of them are super marbled and basically albino. Last but not least, we have an uncommon plant. Let me show you a little backlit. But here's the prop box, and it's that one. Da, 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 da. Been some new root growth. Let me show you. Right at the bottom there. I don't know if you can see. I'm super excited to see this one grow. Look at that. It kind of reminds me of like a dragonfly wing. By the way, this is a Hoya Polyneura, or a mermaid's tail, fish tail, some people call it. And it's more uncommon, harder to find. I got it on Etsy for about $60. I know it's kind of a lot, but I'm really hoping it grows because it's so beautiful and mesmerizing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop it into this terracotta pot with some premium sphagnum moss, only the best for this queen, and I'm gonna put it back in the prop box, and I think I'm gonna keep her in here. I'll see if there's any foliage growth, but right now she's obviously working on her roots. So these are all the plants that we potted up today. The Peperomia rainbow Ginny, the marble queen pothos, and the Pilea Peperomioides, the Peperomia ruby cascade, and the Hoya Polyneura. They look really happy in their new pots. Don't forget to give your plants some TLC, tender, loving care, just how you would care for yourself. I've been neglecting my plants just a little bit. They need a washing and they need watering. Some of them do anyways. Make sure to have fun with it, obviously. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!